Hi, I'm Ms. Hearn. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to work a problem where we have to write quantity as a function. In particular, it says a pen in the shape of an isosceles right triangle with legs of length x feet and hypotenuse of length h feet is to be built. If fencing costs $6 per foot for the legs and $24 per foot for the hypotenuse, write the total cost of construction as a function of h. So the first thing you need to do is, of course, to draw your right triangle. So here I have my right triangle. They're saying it's isosceles, meaning that two of the sides are equal. And they tell us they're x feet each. And then the hypotenuse is h feet. We're asked to write the cost as a function of h. Now, the cost of building the pen is going to be 2 times the cost of one of the legs, right, because we have two of the same size, plus the cost of the hypotenuse. All right, now the cost of a leg, since a leg costs $6 per foot to build, the cost of a leg is going to be $6 times the number of feet x. The cost of the hypotenuse is going to be $24 a foot, so that's going to be 24 times h, the number of feet long that the hypotenuse is. So our cost could be represented by 2 times 6x, or 12x, plus 24h. So that's a perfectly valid expression to represent the cost, but they want the cost as a function of h. So they want us to be able to write c of h equals something, and when we do that, we cannot have any x's in the expression if it's a function of h. So there's always some other relationship hidden within the description in the problem that tells you what x is equal to in terms of h, some way, shape, or form. In this case, notice that x and h are the dimensions of this right triangle, the lengths of the sides of the right triangle, and by the Pythagorean theorem, the sum of the squares of the two legs, a squared plus b squared, equals the square of the hypotenuse, c. Or in this case, we would have x squared plus x squared equals h squared. So what we can do is solve for x in this relationship in order that we can write our cost only in terms of h's. So I'm going to say this is 2x squared equals h squared. I'm solving for x, so I'm going to divide by 2. So x squared equals h squared over 2. Now, that would mean that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of h squared over 2, but we know that both x and h are positive, so we only need to use the positive square root. And so this gives us that x is equal to h over the square root of 2. Or if we rationalize the denominator by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the square root of 2, the preferred way of writing the expression is h times the square root of 2 over 2. So all I have to do now is to go back to my cost expression here and replace x with what it's equal to. So c of h then would be equal to 12 times h times the square root of 2 over 2 plus 24h. And it would be good to simplify as much as possible. For example, 2 goes into 12 6 times. This would give us c of h equals 6h square roots of 2 plus 24h. We would add these two terms together, but they're not like radicals, but they are like terms in the sense that they both have an h. So what we could do is just factor out the h, or even factor out 6h since 24 is divisible by 6. So another way of writing this function, c of h, would be to write 6h times the square root of 2 plus 4. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please remember to like it. That helps other students to find the video.